Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Backyard Garage. So today I'm going to start putting the doors back on, getting the fenders back on, and just putting on a couple miscellaneous stuff that I have ordered. So let's get started. So the first thing that I'm going to put on is these vents here. And these just literally slide down in there. I'm going to need both hands for this. And then these are like the door vents here. So this one, it's a little wonky just because of how everything is, so it's going to take a little bit of time to get it all finagled in there, and I need both hands. So let me do that, and I will be right back. All right, so I have that in. Now the next thing I want to do is put in these door strikers here. Okay, that is installed, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so that is complete, and we're good to go. Now those will most likely need to be adjusted, these strikers, but for now they're just there so I can temporarily get the doors going and doors on. So the next thing that I'm going to do here is on my doors, I need to get the hinges on. So I'm going to get those put on, and I'll be right back. All right, so now I got the hinges on, and then over here, you're gonna see two sets of holes, and this is where these rubber bumpers here go. And these are gonna be a tight fit, but they will squeeze down into those holes. And then that's gonna be the bumpers for the doors and the door stop. So let me work on getting them in, and then I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so I got the rubber bumpers in. Is what I did, because those are actually pretty hard to get in, is I took an Allen key, and then on these here, these little holes, I put it in and I pushed down on that nipple, which forced it in, and then it ends up seating down in there. So I'm sure they probably sell a special tool for that, but you just gotta do what you gotta do with what you got. So now is the fun part. I gotta lift this door up, maneuver it over, slap it on, and hopefully I don't scratch the paint or anything. And yeah, get it on. So let me get to working, and I'll be right back. Okay, so before I put the door on, since I don't want to scratch the crap out of the paint, I just went ahead and put some tape on here. So hopefully that will help me minimize any scratches that I do get, if I get any. Hoping not, but here goes. I'll be right back once the door's on. Alrighty, so I have the door installed, and I actually have it really good, because it used to be where I would push on it and it would wiggle. Now it doesn't. So what's happening is it's hitting on these bumpers like it should, right here. And that's creating enough resistance to fully close the door. So that's just the first latch. I didn't shut it that tight, but there we go. You gotta kind of slam the door. I say slam, but it's not really slam. You just gotta shut it hard. So, but there we go. This is perfectly aligned. It's nice and smooth. It's good to go. The gap is pretty even all the way down. There's a little bit more gap in here and down here than there is, but I can't really move the door back anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, because if I move it back more, it's going to hit on the bottom. So I think just the doors and the way that they're made, they're not perfect. They're not like any of today's cars, but I am pretty happy with the fitment of that. So now we're going to go ahead and start moving on and getting going on that door right there. So I'll be back after it's on. Okay, so I am back, and I have this door on, and it is good to go. It is perfectly aligned and everything. And like I said, I don't have the fender on, so you can't compare, but this one opens really smoothly as well. And then it closes good too. There we go. This one actually closes a little bit better. I think it's just because the clearance that I have on the bumpers is good. And then if you check out this door gap, it's pretty good. However, I think this door gap here in the bottom is what I'm thinking is I actually might have to lift the front up just a hair, maybe a 1/16 or an 1/8 of an inch to get this gap a little bit closed here. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Yeah, I'm just putting it back together for now, so we'll see. Maybe it might actually, you know what, I better fix that, so give me a minute here. Okay, I am back and I got it fixed. So now the door gap itself is looking pretty good. So it's pretty much even all the way down, and it's a nice smooth transition up into here. So there we go. So the next thing I gotta do is, when I work on these fenders, I gotta take, sucks because this fender liner was all blown out, and unfortunately I didn't want to buy a new one, but you won't see that because the battery tray sits on there, and then you'll see it if you look underneath, but that's okay. I didn't want to spend the like $300 as it costs to get a new one, so I'm just going to deal with that. Technically I could just buy a new one, but these aren't in a bad of condition except for right here, so I'm just going to go ahead and live with it and call it good because I'll never see it. But when I took these fenders off, I kept these fender wells on, so I just need to take it off, and then I'm going to slap the front fender onto the car here. So let me get that on and I'll be back. Before I actually put the fenders on and get that far, the bumper set that I got is an OER bumper set, and it comes with all the little rubber pieces that you need for all the bumpers and stuff, like the trunks and the hood and the doors and all that, and that's what it comes with. That is OER. The part number is K88066. It's for a 70 to 81 rubber bumper set, so I got that on. But on these cars, there's this rubber piece that goes right here. I have ordered those. It's by, I guess, Rubber the Right Way. The part number is 03-172M. It's the cowl to fender seal. So I'm gonna go ahead and slap those in, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I have these on, and they look decent. However, with these right here, you're gonna have to drill out the holes because these little clips that come with it, they are a lot bigger than the factory holes. Or at least the holes that were in mine. So just keep that in mind that you do have to drill those out. It didn't take long, it took like 30 seconds, and then you just pop them in. I'm not sure if I like these 100% or not. Only reason is there's a couple spots where there's like bubbles because of pre-drilled holes in the plastic. They didn't match up 100%. They were pretty close, but they didn't. So I was trying to remember if the factory ones that I took off were like that or not, but honestly I just can't remember. I wish these came where you could just drill your own holes in it and then put the clips through, but unfortunately it doesn't. So but that's kind of where I'm at with that. So let me get on the fender and I'll get that popped on, and I'll be back in a second. Alrighty, so we got the fenders on, and I'm actually really happy about my door alignment and everything. These things lined up like perfect, so that's awesome. I'm really happy about that. I didn't have to use, before I had to use a ton of shims in all these places just because the doors were so out of whack, but I only got a couple shims, one on each side of here, and then over here there's only one shim under this part right here. I actually, yeah, I think that's pretty good. The only thing I'm not liking is this gap right here where this comes up. It's not perfectly flush. Kind of drives me crazy. It's like that on both sides, but you know, I'll just kind of deal with it. Maybe after everything's done I could, I don't know, pull on it. I don't know. I don't want to mess it up, but she's coming together really well. So I think the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna move back here to the trunk, get this sucker popped back on, And then after that, I gotta figure out, I wanna put the hood on. I don't have any help, it's just me. So we're gonna see how this goes. It'll be very interesting. I'll see if I can get it myself, and if I can't, then I'll just have to wait for somebody to come and help me. So let me pop that trunk on, and I'm gonna mull over the whole hood ordeal and see how I can get it on. Maybe after I get the trunk on, if I push my car all the way back. I do have a hook up here in the ceiling, right there. Maybe if I put a couple, I don't know, maybe a screw with a washer and a zip tie, or not zip tie, but a ratchet strap, maybe do something like that. I don't know, I gotta get creative. Maybe I could put something over the garage door too and ratchet strap it up and over. I don't know, we'll have to figure it out. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Let me get started, and I'll be back after I get the trunk on. Alrighty, so here we go. We got the trunk lid on. She's good to go. The lines are perfect, just how I want them. A little bit of a gap down here, and then it's thinner up there. It's like that on both sides, unfortunately. Yeah, it might be cocked just a little bit, so I'll have to adjust that a little bit, but either way, it is on. And then these right here are the trunk bumpers, and they go in this hole here. So you push it in, and then once that's in like that, that one's snapped in because the hole's a little bit loose, but then you can use your Allen key like I was and push it in, and it'll suck it up nice and good. Then we come over here. Okay, so like this one didn't clip in, then I'll take my Allen wrench and push. There we go. And then when we close the lid, feel a little bit of resistance. It doesn't shut that well because of those bumpers. And then there you go. You push in the middle, locks it in. It's hitting on both sides, and it doesn't rattle. So that's where I'm at with this. Now I've just been contemplating. I got to figure out how the heck am I going to get this hood on, because I do want to get it on. I want to get the hood on so I can get it sanded down, ready to roll, and then I can get that lower balance on as well. But yeah, we're just coming along slowly. It's pretty awesome. I know I don't have the wheel wells in quite yet. That's okay. I will get them in, just not right now. I don't really have any reason why I'm not putting them in. I just, yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just wait on that. I do know that, yeah, I would like to replace the wiring and some other stuff in here as well. So I'm gonna have to take it all back off anyway. But yeah, anywho, let me figure out this hood situation, and I'll try to get it on, and then yeah, I'll be back. Well, I got the hood on. Let me tell you, it was not pretty. It was not easy. It was a pain in the butt, but it's on. So some things, some complaints that I do have is this gap. Actually, all the gaps. They're horrible. I've been messing around with this darn thing for a couple hours trying to figure these out, get this just right. And I got it okay, but man, that's a huge gap all the way up. I could add onto the hood to make it fit better, but honestly, I don't even know if I want to screw with it. Another thing that I do need to figure out is I got this big gap here, shrinks down, it's almost touching, I mean almost. So I'm wondering if I can, the bolts that go into the radiator support that hold this in, I'm wondering if I could shim it out just a touch, right there and right there. And then that should bring everything out. I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna have to do, maybe just a couple washers, and then that should fix that gap. However, these gaps here, they're pretty good and they're pretty even all the way up. They're wider down here than they are up there. but there's really not much I can do about that because this fender, the where it bolts on, can't move left or right. And then in order to get these gaps right here lined up between the doors and the fender so it's not sticking out, I can't really move the fender out at all, unless maybe I can move the whole door out, but then if I do that, the gap down below against the door, it's not gonna line up. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I got a lot of work into this today. Pretty happy about my progress that I did make. So now it's just kind of fine-tuning and nitpicking little things. And then I think the next video that I do, I'll probably be working on the hood, getting that all ready. And I might not even film that just because I know how boring it is to watch somebody sand and do stuff. If you want a video of that, let me know. It's going to be a while before I get to this. Actually, by the time you guys see this video, I'll probably have it done. But anyway, yeah, that's where we're at. I'll do a quick walk around. Here we go. You know what, let me pull her out of the garage and then I'll do a walk around outside the garage. Just thought I'd bring in for a cold start. Here we go. Kind of curious to see how loud it'll be with the fan running and the hood on. I'm hoping that quiets it down quite a bit, but yeah. There we go. Give me a minute, let me pull her out, and then I'll do the walk around. Okay, so here's the walk around. Looking pretty good. The lines are nice and straight and lining up. Man, I just hate the gaps on all these body panels of these old cars. Unfortunately, I mean, I could fix them, but nah, ain't gonna happen. At least not right now. But I guess this is a time if I wanted to fix them, but that's okay. I mean, it's never gonna be a show car. Zoom out. But there we go. And this looks so nice in here with these painted. Can't wait till the whole car is that color. That's just gonna look super nice, super good. There we go. Alrighty. Well, everybody, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you all for the love and support and the kind words that you guys have been giving me. I really appreciate it. It's good encouragement to keep moving on with this project. Yeah, if you have any more comments, drop them down below. If you could, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll just keep them coming. So we'll see y'all next time. Have a safe day. Peace.